Why I am an introvert. I guess it really all begins when I was born. If you don't know, I was born October 25th, 1997. But your boy was born with a rare skin disorder known as ichthyosis, which literally translates into fish-like skin. Basically means I have an extra layer of skin and it causes my skin to be very dry with the extra layer. It constantly gets dry throughout the year. Most of the time I have an extra layer of skin that's very dry. It's especially true throughout the winter time. This disorder has caused the extra layer of the skin, which caused me to look very apparently different from everyone else that's pretty much born in the world. This extra layer of skin is very noticeable, distinguished. People confuse it with eczema, which is a comedy. Oh, you got eczema? Like, no, this is something totally different. I'm sure they're in the same like cousin family or something like that, but totally different from eczema. Is a lot more severe. It comes and goes in severity, and it's just like a very high maintenance thing to maintain to keep clear. I actually made an entire video 3 years ago, a short film talking about my life growing up with ichthyosis, but to keep it short here, essentially growing up with ichthyosis caused me to be an outcast. I remember growing up in school, kids didn't want to play with me, kids were making fun of me, calling me jokes. I remember being called alligator, dragon, fishy, stuff like that. And it's just essentially be outcast and be intrusive and only be by myself. So I'll set aside to do things by myself, be by myself. I remember growing up doing group projects. No one wanted to work with me. I was always by myself, so I tend to do things. It caused me to tend to do things, pretty much everything by myself, be alone. Trying to be around with others, it didn't always go so well. I was never getting an opportunity to talk, speak my opinion, put it out into the world. I know some people ask me like, why doesn't he participate in group projects? Why does he always seem so reclusive? It's just me growing up, and the K through 12 of the public schools has caused me into my adulthood at the age of 22, turning 23 later this year. It's just essentially caused me to be selective in which I speak. Being an introvert has caused me to be selective in what I say. I'm always observant of things. I'm always thinking about things, sometimes overthinking about things, but it's just picking and selecting a time and place in which I think my opinion can bring something to the table. Growing up, it allowed me to be very observant of things. I observe a lot of things, take in things probably a lot differently than people that's a little bit more introverted or not as introverted as I am. I kind of think about how we have one mouth and two ears, so it's like I'd rather listen to other people's opinions, because like being an introvert, you're so much in your own head, so you rather hear other people's opinions rather than spread out something you have spun in your head millions and thousands of times. If you don't see me talking, and I'm just allowing you to talk, this is specifically because I want to enjoy the experience with you, not spew out things that I constantly analyze and overthink in my head and try to give it out to you in a condensed manner, but sometimes we spew it out in a whole bunch of randomness at times, because like it's been built up over time, over years, over frustration and anger, and sometimes it may all comes out in fury, not really fury, but in excitement, because it can finally get it out. So it's like balancing between keeping it condensed and specific and not allowing it to be just about anything and everything. Being an introvert, you're just a hardcore listener, just want to learn about everyone else, because you already know so much about yourself. So when you get the opportunity to learn about someone else, it's kind of like, yes, this is gonna be a good time. It's a different experience. Growing up as an introvert, being an outcast in certain specific ways, it kind of allows you to be in tune with yourself, kind of like understand yourself, where you want to do things, where you want to go with things. You kind of like think about every social situation. How can you kind of like overanalyze, overthink things to the point where you're like, what do I do in this situation if this situation comes about? I'm the kind of introvert where, yes, I do enjoy time with my lone self. I do get a sufficient amount of energy being by myself, but I'm the kind of introvert where I like to enjoy things with other people, because at the end of the day, we are human beings. We enjoy the company of other people, no matter how insignificant or small we think it is. Like every little bit kind of helps. So me growing up with very little, social interaction with just basically my family. I've had very little friends growing up. Even now in college, senior year, I just know that anytime I get any kind of social interaction, it's always a good place, it's always a good time, it's always happiness. Being the introvert I am, grew up the way I was, or continue to be, it kind of make me be lonely. I dealt with loneliness because not having a lot of friends, because of the lack of social interaction. Just know if you know me, if you see me, I'm happy to be with you, because it's always a good time to be with someone else, because I'm constantly within my lone self. So anytime I get to be with someone else, it's always a good, significant time for myself. Living with this disorder, growing up as an introvert, it allows me to recognize, to be kind to everyone, because like I said, I was called names, I was being outcasted. It kind of caused me to be one of the kindest human beings you probably ever meet. I'm sure that anybody who's ever met me, ever spent a sufficient amount of time with me and said oh, he's so kind, he's so happy, he's so genuine. That's kind of energy I want to give off. I want to give off positive vibes, kindness vibes, because I've grown up around with so much negativity, so much hate due to others. I just don't want to exude that upon others. That even I just interact once, saying thank you, saying please, you're welcome. It's just the little things like that I thoroughly enjoy giving off, because it's positive energy. You don't want to give off negative energy, because that just gets no one nowhere. Positive energy always creates positive vibes, creates positive attitudes, and exudes good energy out into the world. We have enough hate in the world, we have enough negativity in the world, so I try to do as much positivity and kindness that I can. So if you take one thing from this scattered brain I have right now, and constant random thoughts I'm giving out, just be kind to everyone, love everyone, cherish everyone. So at the end of the day, we just want to give off positive energy and positive vibes. So if you like the video, please like the video. I might have more content like this, heartfelt, songfelt, always coming soon. So please subscribe. And hopefully it'll be a more upbringing video coming next time. See you soon.